What's up, everybody? It's D. Standing outside. It's really nice outside. We're almost into April. The first week of spring is coming. And I think it's about time to start thinking about those container ponds. So thank you for tuning in. We're going to get into some new projects for 2024. So let's go. Well, it's a new year and you're going to start thinking about that container tub, that container pond, that little outdoor project that you got. And we're at mine. I just set it up. As you can see, it's a hot mess over here. This is a pretty much otherwise forgotten about area in my yard, just under the grapevine. Grapevine is pretty massive. We're still in the end of March and the weather's getting nice. So two things I wanted to start doing is I wanted to just flip the tub back over and start thinking about some improvements and some fixes that I want to do for 2024. It's a little worse for wear. Of course, it's been sitting. It got a little bit of snow, a lot of bit of cold and things. So this is the time where you want to start checking. Of course, the cover is a little worse for wear. It's really heavy. I may think about making a new top. You can see, if you're a subscriber, you can see it's been a little bit of a update since having it run in a few years. But on the other hand, if you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button right now for more videos like this. And if you got the time, click the like button because YouTube likes that stuff. Makes me feel happy. Anyway, let's get a closer look. Well, the first thing I'll tell you right off the back is, since it's been going for a while and I had to remake the lid last year because it was pretty beat up, the lid is really heavy. And the reason I did that is because cats and squirrels and everything were kind of messing with the lid, and birds walk on top of it. It's just becoming a mess. So I added the screen back on, put some chicken wire on. One of the things I have to do is fix the hinge because, as you can see, the hinge is about coming off. So I'm going to re-secure that. I'm going to support it with some new 1x1, some pressure treated lumber like this. Keep it protected from the elements. And let me just get the lid up. I'll show you how difficult it is. I got my little catch hook here that I hook right back here to keep that lid up, but it is really heavy. And if you zoom in, you'll even see that I've started collecting a little bit of water. I'm not collecting a lot of water right now because it's not level. I just kind of threw it up half-heartedly, but it tilts towards one end. And if you come in right here, you'll see that this area is really low, about 1 inch of water, while that area over there has about 3-4 inches of water. We want to get it level. It may not be a big deal. You do want to get it level because the water is going to seek its own level. But if you have plants in there, you just want to have it level so they have a even level to grow on. And when it comes times to get the fish in there, you kind of want it symmetrical because all the weight will be on one side of the tub, and it's just a nice thing to do. So let's take a look inside. You can see have most of the stuff I got in there from last year. Got a lot of plant mulch. I don't worry about the mulch so much. I can always scoop that out and net that out, but that's no harm. That's just from the grapevine and leaves breaking down. It's actually good for the fish in a way because it creates a natural environment for them. The water is more close to what they would run into in the wild. Got my little flower pot, some rocks. I even, actually, what I gotta do is, let me back up here so that you can see. What I do is I take some of the plants and I winter them up outside. I have this bag here. I don't know if I'm gonna put this, bag of greens, like a mix of like guppy grass and whatever the heck this is, but I see some duckweed in there, so I may or may not use that. And I have my sponges in here, have my rock in here, nice a little bit of algae on the rock. I can just throw that in there. I keep some water in there so the bacteria is still in place. Just want to wet that rock up. I don't worry about any like negative stuff getting in there because It's been just sitting in here all winter, and I'll show you something for the people that don't believe in wintering plants up outdoors. This is the sage. The sage has been in this little planting jar. I'll probably put a root tab in here, but as you can see, it looks dry. Give this about a month or two. I can take this dry growth off. I can just snip that off, or you can just leave it and it'll grow out. But you can see it's even got some nice green healthy growth on it, and that's from sitting. It has gotten low as even 15 degrees outside over the winter, and this is only about an inch of water. So I'll just drop that in here. Get some water running in there and get that back in there. And this has my lily in it. That has my lily bulb in it, if I'm not mistaken. I may be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure my lily bulb is in there, and it comes up every year. So I'm going to throw that in there, and I'm not going to throw, I'm just going to sit it in there so that it's in some water. And when the weather starts changing, that's like a signal to all these plants to start blooming. So I don't worry so much about cleaning so much. I haven't even put my solar powered things up. I got to rebuild that because that's a hot mess. You can see this is got to get redone because it's old, it's kind of rotting, and it is a really simple thing to do. But this is the spring prep. You know, the spring prep is all about seeing what you did last year, seeing what you could do better, and any new ideas that you want to come across. This is the time to look at them. I also been running across the idea of having my little sponge filter hooked up to the solar powered pump. So stay tuned for that, for a video to come, because I always have the solar powered pumps running on just like air. I don't really worry about filtration, but if I want to start another tank or something, it never hurts to have some bacteria lead and filtration already in the mix. So I'm gonna leave that in there for now, but keep that in the water that it was in. Put that back. And this is just a little prep video. At the end of the day, I'll level this up, you know, I'll get this so that the water's laid out. I gotta look at my stand, because my stand becomes like a haven for cats and stuff. When it's raining, they tend to go under that stand, which is why I have so many problems back here. But if you're going to set up a tub, maybe smaller, maybe larger, you want to think about protecting it. You don't want it in direct sunlight. You don't want it exposed where animals are going to jump in it and think it's a swimming pool, or to be a hazard. If you have small children, you don't want it where they're going to fall in or have their head in there, or they'll throw stuff in there. You know, they throw rocks and everything in there. So nice little project there, and you're in the beginning steps. So I hope you've already clicked the subscribe button so that you can watch throughout the year how this simple little 6-foot tub progresses. 70 gallons, no electricity, and it will just come to life. So I hope you tune in for future videos. This is D from Brooklyn, keeping my sanity by keeping fish. And it is so simple to just keep a track of what you do every year. Do something a little different. See what fails, see what succeeds. And it's all about the hobby. Take what you learn and pass it to the next person. So till next time, I'm out. Love, peace, and hair grease, everybody. See ya.